Hi, I'm back. I'm Jill with Copycat Crafts by Jill, and it's going to be a short video, a little bit more house cleaning rather than crafting. But I had a few scattered questions on different items, and I just thought I'd take this time to answer them. I also wanted to say thank you to Yuri for inviting me into the tag collaboration, and Joanie for accepting my invite. Thank you, Joanie. Uh, Handing the torch off to you. I know you'll crush it because I've watched your channel. Um, Okay, also, I'd like to say welcome to all the new subscribers that I have gotten in the past, week maybe. Um, it was really exciting for me to see that my numbers jump up like that. Um, okay, so here's the deal. This was really exciting for me. Um, Vibe of Vintage, Lady Black Blood. I believe they're the same, or they run the same. Um, they have Etsy shops and YouTube channel, and super talented lady. Vibe of Vintage. I've gone to her shop and bought so many of her papers and a few of her kits, and I just adore her style. Such a sweet person. Reached out to me a couple days, a week or so ago, and asked. Well, she didn't have to ask. So I thank her for that, for being so sweet and polite. She had looked at my Instagram and got inspired by some of the um, kind of things I use in my journals and folios. And one of the things which I do get loads of questions on are these type of things. And I use them. I usually cut them and I glue them on the edge of journals and folios, and I have all different colors, usually a darker green, and I get them from regular hanging file folders, the kind that have that metal thing on the inside, and right there it is. I try to gently open that, but as you can see, it gets thin, but it doesn't matter. I glue that down on a page, so it doesn't matter if it gets thin. So that's where I get them. So when I buy file folders, hanging ones that I know I want that, I that's what I look for. I don't buy file folders that don't have that, just because then it's a waste, and I thought these were cool. So anyway, I've had so many people ask if these were dies, if there was a die cut or something to that effect. And lo and behold, Vibe of Vintage comes up with a digital kit that sells a lot of these little things that I use, and she added some, obviously. And I only got to, I got to print out two, no, not print out, what I did. You need a Cricut, and I have a Cricut, and I've never used my Cricut. So my husband took the time this evening to figure out how to use the Cricut, and there's a learning curve for us because because so I only cut 2 pages. I cut a couple different colors of the 2 pages, but I definitely wanted to cut the page that was inspired by me, especially because I feel that I really wanted to show these off. And I'm really proud that I inspired someone to the point where they made a digital and all these little cute tidbits, and of course I printed them out in different sizes. So I didn't even take out all the little bits and bobs. I have to do that. That's what I'll be spending my whole evening doing. But it that is just the cutout. But I even put one or two of these. I used a die cut to try and do a picture frame, and she has one right here in her digital kit. All these type of things that I bend over folders and put brads in, and again I printed out different sizes, but different sizes. I mean, I just love these things. I love all these bits and bobs, and I'm just over the moon and proud that I inspired someone to actually make a digital kit that I can now print out or cut out, have my Cricut cut these things out for me. And there's like at least 3 other pages. I think there's 3 other pages. There's like these paper clips that I use. I do have a die cut for them, but I use them a lot and I really like them. She has a whole page of them, and the tabs that are round. And I mean, you really have to go to Vibe of Vintage and see her new digital kit for these bits and bobs. I'm not even sure what she called them, but I was just over the moon that that I inspired them. I was all happy about that. But anyway, if you don't have a Cricut, old school, get file folders. There you go. And all these other pieces, they do, you know, there's ways to make these. So no fret, no fear. You don't need a Cricut, but if you have one, there it is. The other thing is I get questions on my Milky thing. This is where I do my inking, and it's washable. It is just a flexible cutting board from the Dollar Tree. You get a pack of 2. I did ruin the other one by cutting on it. So even though they are a cutting board, don't cut on them. I use them for inking, and it doesn't matter to me how dirty it gets. What I end up doing is eventually I take a couple drops of water. My finger's gonna get all dirty, and I reactivate it like this. I did get glue on it. That's bad on me. So I reactivate it. And then if I just have, you know, cardstock or papers or whatever, I dip it and slide it around, and it gives it just a light, you can't really see on the red, but it gives it a light, like coffee stain. And if you do different colors, I just mix all my browns together. There's walnut stain, and this one here is what is that one? This one is ground espresso. So whatever's brown, I'll do on here. But you also can just wash it. You take it to the sink and just wash it. So the oxides also work on it. I don't know if you can do these type of distress inks and then oxide. I don't necessarily think you should be mixing them, but you do get 2 of these, so you may want to use one for one and one for the other. And again, then I just like when I think, oh, I just wanted something lightly stained, like coffee, or depending on what, I can just plunk it in there and dry it. But otherwise it can just keep adding up, and when I get tired of it, I just take it out to my sink and wash it, and it just washes right off. So it's just from the Dollar Tree, and it's just a cutting board. There is a rougher side and a smoother side. Well, this one actually not. They used to have, that's a little bit rough, slightly rough, and this more smoother side. But that's all that is a cutting board. Okay, so Dollar Tree item. Last but not least, I really made a horrible faux pas, and I really feel bad about it. As you know, I do kits. I put together kits from certain stores from Etsy that that catch my eye and inspire me, and that helps to really keep me inspired, really. And the last couple kits I did were from DigitalMandragora, and it is Julius, Mr. Julius, and Julius, by accident, I believe in the last video, I said she, and that was really, I knew by the name Julius that we were speaking of a man, and yet I still managed to make that mistake. And I want to publicly apologize to Julius. I am sorry. And I just want you to know I'm not done with you yet, because this is going to be my next project. As a matter of fact, I've been prepping. So anyone who likes this one's steampunk. I have everything cut and I keep it marked by what sheet it is, because I want to follow the directions. And if I just willy-nilly all the pieces, and there's a ton of pieces because this is such a beautiful kit, there's a lot of pieces, and I even printed some out in a smaller size. I'm not sure if I even want to just shrink the whole kit and make a small one. I don't know, you know me, I'll jill it up. But that's going to be my next project, is my next kit project. This doesn't take the place of my videos. I just like to work them in between, and this one may be a two-parter because this is pretty big. I'm not sure, I haven't put it together yet, but maybe a two-parter. So I'll try not to make it too long, which is why I already cut everything out. I already scored it, I already inked it, so that I'm not boring you to Kingdom Come. And let's see, what I wanted to see if I could. I didn't memorize the name of this one other than it's the steampunk, but I will link this kit in the description below. I will link it. So if you click on the link, it will take you to this kit. But visit his shop, because he has many other kits. It's the one that I just did, the vintage flea market, and the I just have done a lot of kits, and this one I've really been looking forward to. So this will be my next kit that we're working on. If you want to work along with me, you go visit Etsy shop. I always have a hard time with the name because of who I am, I guess. But there it is. DigitalMandragora. Julius. Go see Julius. He'll take care of you. Okay. So that's my next project. That's our next project. And I covered the my inking and just the new kit from Vibe of Vintage. So I'm linking Vibe of Vintage as well. I'll link this kit. If you were interested in getting where to find these type of things, these really cool type of things, all these type of things that you can put in a journal, put brads through them, little strings through them. This one I printed out on the paper that you can sand, and I can't wait. But I have a whole evening now of doing this, because I believe my blade is a little dull from the learning curve. Okay. I guess I covered it all. Hope so. Look forward to starting that. That's my next project, and getting this all put away. I'll link everything, and stay creative. Thank you. Hugs.